Let's talk about turning 50 for a minute. I used to believe that it was an old, scary age. I'm 49. I turned 49 in December, and I turned 50 this December. And I'm talking to all the 76ers, all the Gen X women. We were told that by 50, we are reaching a certain summit, and then from 50 it's all downhill from there. Like, you're not really that important, you're fading into the background, you've done what you've needed to do, and that's it for you. And the closer I've gotten to 50, the more I've questioned that, because I feel like we were given some kind of script that we had to follow. Like, this is what you do, then you go and study, then you get married, then you have kids, you build a career, your kids grow up, they leave the house, and then that's it for you. Like, you're pretty much done by the time you're getting to 50, and you're graying and you're kind of fading into the background, kind of thing. And I honestly, the closer I get to 50, I absolutely do not believe that. And I am spending the year deconstructing everything I thought and believed about the roles we should play as women, about spending our whole lives performing and pretending and managing other people's expectations, managing their feelings. Um, Everything that we take on that we think that we're supposed to do, I am questioning this year. And I've decided that I am going to write my own script because I've got my own story to tell. So I'm growing out my hair, and I had a family member say to me, "Do you want to look like the granny of the family?" Well, yes, ma'am, I do. Because I am tired of going to spend hours at the hairdresser every few weeks to touch up my hair to hide the gray, because we've been sold this lie that we look old, and when you look old, you no longer matter. So, what I'm doing this year is I created a list of 50 things to do before 50. And this is just for myself to prove that we're not fading into the background as women because we're turning 50. In fact, we're actually becoming more powerful. So, this list is ordinary things, some small, some big, some scary, and some not. And I'm just proving to myself and documenting the entire year that actually you can do anything you put your mind to, that it doesn't matter the age you are, you're never too late, you're not too old, you can start over, you can change your mind. And you know what? I've made a list of 50 things and I've broken it up into seasons. So I'm currently focusing on the winter season right now, and I've got 11 things. And it's not that I've made a to-do list and I'm trying to like just tick everything off. I am living it. So I'm documenting all the feelings, everything I'm going through, what's happening in my body, because I'm also going through menopause, how I feel each day, how I'm looking at this, what I'm doing. Has my mindset shifted? Was it that hard to do? Um, I'm just practicing saying yes and trying new things. And so I've done 4 things so far. At 49, I took my first ski lessons, which in the beginning, I had told myself that skiing is for skinny rich people because I couldn't find clothes for my curvier body. And also that I'd probably be in ski lesson with 6-year-olds. But you know what? I actually had a private lesson, which was amazing. I had a great ski instructor by the name of Pierre, and it was so much fun. And I learned so much during those ski lessons. In fact, my ski instructor Pierre was kind of like a father figure in a way. He was so amazing because he looked me so deeply in my eyes, and I haven't had anyone look me so deeply in my eyes, and just he really saw me. And during the last ski lesson, we stopped in the middle of the slope on a green slope, the beginner slope, and he said, "You know what? Just stop and look around. Look at the mountains, look at the beauty all around you, and just take a deep breath. Just breathe in the clean air." And he said, "Get out of your own heads. Stop thinking all these thoughts and, skiing's hard, or I have to do this, or I have to do that." He's like, "Don't think anything, just empty your mind." And his whole point was skiing is about trusting your body and feeling your body and letting your body lead. And he kept saying, just loosen up, just be loose, be light. That's how you do it. Just be light and feel your body, and you feel your way through it. And he was like, skiing is about like slight movements, just, slight, like this. Nothing dramatic, nothing heavy. And I actually took everything he told us as things to take forward in life. And I really appreciated that moment that he took. And he spoke for like 10 minutes, and all these things applied to life. And I was like, that's how I'm going to practice going through this year. I'm letting my body lead. I'm going by intuition. I'm going through feeling. And let's see what happens. And the second thing I ticked off the list was watching the fireworks in the mountains. I'm the type of person who I literally could honestly go to bed at 9 p.m. and be okay with it on the 31st of December. But this year we stayed up to watch the fireworks in the mountains, which was amazing because I think it was probably maybe a once in a lifetime thing to see like the snow peaks and the fireworks going off. And it was spectacular. The third thing I did was to go hiking in the snow, which was really hard for me. For the first kilometer, probably climbing up and walking in the snow and the crunching, the sound of crunching. I've never experienced that before, the crunch in the snow, and being out of breath quite a bit and needing to stop and just take it very slow. And one of the things, I've never seen sleigh dogs, and I saw a young family who were on, like, I don't even know what you call it, but the sleigh dogs and the howling. And I was like, wow, I have never experienced this before. So that was amazing. And then just recently, this week, I've written a mission statement for myself because I wanted to be very clear with myself how I want to live this year, the things that are most important for me, the things that are not, and what I'm going to focus on. And every day I look at that mission statement and at what the things that I stand for. So it's not necessarily like I have a niche and I'm only doing this, so I'm doing that. It's really, I want to speak about the things that I stand for, and that's what I'm focusing on. So I'm going to be talking about this 50 before 50 list quite a bit. I'm going to be documenting it. I'm living it. And I'm going to give you all the ups, the downs, what I'm feeling, what I'm going through, how it's going. And I just think that, you know what? As a 76er, we are Sagittarius, we are rebel rousers, and we are fire starters. And I'm really stepping into that energy. I am writing my own story now. And this is what I'm going to be sharing with you. So, stick around, I'll be back, and I hope that you join me. And if you want to follow along, hit subscribe and see what happens.